Hi folks, Better Cross and Barker video series back in action, and today we're taking a slightly different tack. We're going to talk identity preserved soybeans here today. That is a unique offering, certainly from large multinational breeding organizations. They spend the majority of their time, and for good reason, they spend the majority of their time on herbicide resistance technology. In other words, the Extend and now the new Enlist soybean herbicide resistance game. But as most of you know, here in this local area, there is a very large identity preserved market. The elevators are aggressive in offering premiums that average in the $3 range per bushel, and that adds up to significant dollars per acre when you can capture the quality that they're looking for and deliver it in the fashion that they're looking for. We now have a new offering in that regard, P11A10s, new Clear Hylam IP type variety. If you go through the elevators that are looking for them in alphabetical order, we can take Hensel Co-op, we can take Andrika elevators, we can take Thompson's, we can add VDB grains from Mitchell into the list. There probably will be a few others, but boy, there's no shortage of elevator systems that will offer you a significant premium for 11A10s for the 2020 growing season. The interesting thing about this as well is Brian and I have had 2 years experience growing these beans. We grew about 50 acres in 2018 and another 65 acres this year. Basically it was kind of a seed supply issue, and we kept it to ourselves and planted ourselves. For 2020 the seed supply is excellent, and so there's going to be far more opportunity to grow this bean. What's it like? Well, for you the guys that really love to have your beans off on the 20th of September and have your wheat in by the 28th of September, this bean certainly is not your cup of tea. It is a Group 1 maturity, 2800 heat units. That means this bean will come off in early October. I planted this bean on the 17th of May in 2018, came off on October 6th. This year, Brian planted on June 5th. 3 weeks later, it came off on October 10th. Just 4 days later than in 2018, despite being planted 3 weeks later. What that means is, given those two different and unique growing seasons, the maturity in this thing puts us into that first early part of October. It's a nice window to hit to get the quality the elevator is working for. We still have time, even if we want to plant some wheat into the first part of October, we get opportunities there. So this variety is certainly going to work for us. Yield wise, we did 61 bushel in 18, we did about 53 to 53 and a half this year in 19. So boy, there's some definite dollars on the table to take advantage of when you add the premium on top of that. So 11A10s, yield, they stand very well. Disease resistant package is very good. White mold is a bit of a weakness, but we don't worry too much about white mold in this area. The other unique thing about this, these carry soybean cyst nematode resistance. They have the Peking source of soybean cyst nematode, which is also unusual in the IP world. So, yield, standability, agronomics, soybean cyst nematode, Pioneer 11A10s, Preem is being offered. She's a great, lovely product. We'll be talking to you about this thing going forward. Thank you for taking time with us today.